Hi there, it's Phil from 50minuteguitarpractice.com. Now today we are going to be looking at If 6 Was 9 by Jimi Hendrix. Now I play in a Jimi Hendrix Tribute Show, and this track was probably the first one I turned to learn properly, as accurately as I could. And I did what you're doing right now, which is going to YouTube to find out if somebody figured it all out first. And I've got to say that there was slim pickings. I found one heavy metal dude who just didn't really have it together. So I have since learnt it, and I thought, well, I'd do the same for you if you're looking on how to play it. It is deceptive, because one thing about Jimmy's playing throughout this is, even though, you know, it's a very straightforward song, there's like a verse bit and there's a bridge bit, it's not complex in its structure, but the way Jimmy plays each piece is inconsistent. He varies it. He varies the timings of things. He varies, you know, the fingerings of things, and I guess that's what makes it so tricky to nail in an accurate fashion. Now, a long time ago when I first heard this song, I really loved the groove and I loved the tone, but the thing I really struggled with was the descending chords. What were those? I kind of hadn't heard them before, and I literally ended up playing the song and picking out each tone out of that chord, note by note. So it was a long and tricky job, but I used my ears and I used my finger on the pause button, and I built the chords that I believe to be the chords that Jimmy's playing. Now, the clue has always been in the title of this track, the title If 6 Was 9, because these mystery chords turn out to be 6/9 chords. 6/9 chords. Now, if you've never heard of a 6/9 chord, don't worry about it. I hadn't really either. But we'll run through the fingering of each of those. But right now, I'm just going to run you through a couple of bits and make a few comments, and then I will break it down slowly, and then we'll run through each little bit. Okay, so here we go. Here's the descending chords. Boom, boom. Jimmy leaves the space there. Alright, let's stop and go through a little bit of that. So, first things first, this is a Jimmy Strat. It is tuned down half a step to E flat. So if you're wondering why my E doesn't sound like your E, it's because I've tuned everything down to E flat like it is on the record. So, the verse bit, Jimmy is just playing kind of licks from the pentatonic scale. So the E pentatonic with open string there. So you can play it up here. like to play it down here, because I can do that little trill. I don't actually think Jimmy plays a trill at the end, but it kind of just feels right to do that. That. Okay, so that is just second finger. I'm sliding it from the first fret to the second fret on the 5th string. Playing the open D string, which is the 4th string. Pressing down on the 2nd fret, also on the 4th string. Then using the open D string, which is the 3rd. And then going in for the hammer trill on the 4th string again. So that's open, 2, open, 2, open, 2. So it goes 2, slide up to 2, 2, open, 2, open, open, trill. Then from there I change positions to here to do that. Okay, what I'm doing there is playing at the 5th fret on the 5th string, playing at the 5th fret on 6th string, bending it up slightly and then releasing that bend, pulling off to the 3rd, then pulling off to the open E. So that's the kind of first bit out of the way, and he does that as the verse continues. So that's basically it. And then he gets to the descending bit. Now I think he does that, which is basically the D and the E on the 5th string, and he's harmonising that with a 3rd harmony, which is basically 1 fret down and 1 string down. So those are some little bits. When he goes to sing the next verse, he doesn't do this whole. He now changes it to a chordal thing. Let's take a look at those descending chords, because they are the big mystery. Like I say, there are 6/9 chords, and let's take a look at the fingering of a 6/9 chord. The first one is a G6/9 chord with an A note in the root, which, what does that mean? That's like theory brain fuck. Let's just have a look. Okay, so we're at the 5th fret, and we are going to be fingering the 4th string. Okay, so 5th fret, 4th string, then we're going to go 3rd string, 4th fret, then we're doing 5th string, 5th fret, 2nd string, and lastly 5th fret, 1st string. So we're playing. So it kind of looks like a bit of a 9th kind of thing, 9th finger shape. And to put the Jimmy touch on it, reach over with your thumb and make the A note. And then all I do is slide it down 2 frets and slide it down 1 more fret. Now, you could slide it down 1 more fret, but it's really uncomfortable. So what I actually do here is re-finger it and put it here. Okay, so that is the same. It's still a 6/9 chord, but it's just with starting on the 5th string. Okay, so that is 5th string, 6th fret. 4th string, 5th fret, 3rd string, 5th fret, and 2nd string, 6th fret. So I just use that for the very last one where I can't get to there. So I go from there. Okay. Now if you wanted to, you could actually use this shape all the way through, because it starts. It's the same as that. The only difference being you can't hook your thumb over the top, and I think you kind of need to. Okay, so those are your 6/9 chords. You know, I don't even worry about what they're called, but I think technically that is a G 6/9 with an A in the root. This one is an F with an F 6/9 with a G in the root. But you know, who cares, man? It's what they sound like, and I think that's the ones Jimmy used. Now, a couple of the other idiosyncrasies of this track is in the second verse, instead of going like Jimmy does in the first verse, Jimmy, I think, actually changes to power chords, and he alternates between picking those power chords and pick and sliding them. So I think he starts with picking and he goes and then pick slide, back to picking, and then back to pick slide. So those are your close-ups, those are your chords for your descending piece. Now there's that crazy kind of middle 8 bit, which is crazy in so many ways. Crazy because of the chords, and crazy because the last piece before it reaches the stop is actually 5 bars long. That bit that goes, you count it, actually goes up to a 5 bars. So that's different and unusual. So here are my chords for the middle bit. Very technical, the middle bit. Okay, so it starts on here. So it's the same 6/9 shape we've been playing for that descending bit. But it starts here. Okay, and that's the 8th fret. So starting with the 2nd finger on the 8th fret at the 4th string. 1st finger on the 7th fret at the 3rd string. So where are we going now? Okay, so 2nd finger on the 4th string at the 8th fret, 1st finger on the 7th fret on the 3rd string, 1st finger also can cover. No, that's completely wrong. What am I talking about? Okay, it goes like this. So we've got this finger at the 8th fret, this finger at the 7th fret, then the 3rd finger on the 8th fret again, and the pinky on the 8th fret. Man, why was that so difficult? Okay, so it starts there, and you hook your thumb over and play the C root note. So I get, Jimmy plays that, and then I believe, though I may be wrong, he goes down to here. Now that is it's a D7 kind of shape. It's your D7 shape. So it's your finger shape, but it's not a D7, it's over here. Open E, don't play the A string, then we play E on the 4th string at the 2nd fret, then here on the 1st fret on the 3rd string, then on the 2nd fret at the 2nd string. So you've got, so you can have an open E there if you want, or you can have that extra note on the 2nd fret, which I think is probably better. So it goes from this one. Now I'm going to mark it. I know technically it's something like an A flat 6/9 with a C in the root, but ain't nobody got time for that. So let's just call what it is, ranging from our thumb, ranging from the bottom note. So this note being C, up at the 8th fret, then going all the way down here in an open E, and then it goes, kind of mirrors part of the descending part already. So this is at the 5th, then it goes down to the 3rd, then it goes to the open E again. And it does that whole thing again, up to the root, the first note rather, on the C, because it's not strictly the root, this is the root. And he does a bit of noodling. Here's the thing that goes around 5 times. So this is like a B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now at this point, he changes the groove to go do-do rather than do-do, do-do. He changes it to go do-do. So there's lots of things going on here, but there's a tab download because I kind of rushed through this, but there's lots of little idiosyncrasies and things like that. But really, as long as you know that those chords are key and you get the one that goes here to E, and that one, which is 7th fret, 6th string, 7th fret, 4th string, 6th fret, 3rd string, and 7th fret on the 2nd string. You can play it like that. You can play it like that. And on the 5th one, I tend to resolve it to that, which I believe to be a B13. Just so the guys in the band know it's the 5th one, basically. Just to have that difference in that last bar. Okay, I hope that's useful. Drop me a comment if you want to know anything else, alright? So there's lots to absorb there, and that's not even the half of it, but that should give you a good grounding and a good start. And you'll probably be able to fill in some of the blanks yourself. And if you also want to hear an awesome version of it, the only other dude I've seen on YouTube, and that's only literally tonight, is a guy called Greg. Just Greg, and he plays all Hendrix stuff just immaculately, and his tone is awesome, and I'm a huge fan. So if you don't get it from me here, go get it from Greg, because he's an awesome player. Apparently he's not in any kind of band, which I think is a complete tragedy. So Greg, I know you live in Spain or something, man, but get some people together and do the world a favour and bring your talent to life on stage in front of people, because I would totally be there. Alright, cheers for now.